Hello, hello. It's Angela Rosoff here with Beautify Face Yoga. And I'm dropping in for the rest of this month sharing entrepreneurial tips to help you sustain your energy. Most small businesses fail, and without some sustaining practices, you could find yourself in that situation, right? So, with continuation, you can share your vision, your your worth, your offerings, and whatever it is that you're doing as an entrepreneur. Who am I to share this with you? Well, I am an entrepreneur. I have had multiple businesses. Before I had children, I was a caterer, private chef. I was pastry chef for a fine dining restaurant, and I'm currently an entrepreneur. I teach yoga, face yoga. I'm a professional network marketer, and I understand the difficulty of finding balance. And what I know about this is steeped in the wisdom of Ayurveda and yoga. Um, and the three ways to empower your self love, your self care, to really resonate with your target market and be successful is really rooted in your personal balance. We can really feel the energy of whoever it is that we're working with. And when they are out of balance, it's not attractive. It's not attracting energy. It's not manifesting what you're seeking. So it's at those moments where you are desperate, you're striving, you're just incredibly focused. Those are the times when you need to take a step back and just have a little better understanding about the perspective. Ground yourself with some self love practices and energize yourself so you can be the leader that people look up to, that you can live within your integrity despite your unwavering focus. Because when we are so focused, it can mean that we put things on the back burner that are a priority in our life, like people. Or it could mean that we become so ungrounded that our personal life begins to suffer. And when that happens, you're not going to attract what you seek. It won't, it just won't work. So for the leader to have balance, so I'm not talking about, meditating all the time or going on a really long retreat that you can't afford. I'm talking about daily self care practices. So for today, you might notice it's Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. And I thought that self love, self care would be a really wonderful topic to explore because I recently had an experience with a startup that I am partnering with, and I've made the decision I'm going to wind down that partnership because of the desire, the focus that the founders have, the leaders of the startup have. And they told me one thing was going to happen, and then they kept redirecting me, and it's obviously not happening. But then they shared again that this would be happening. I'll use an example in a minute, but I don't want to get too particular here about this one experience. But they weren't, the reality is they wanted that thing to happen, but they were unable to fulfill it. They're unable to do it. They wish they could do it. They want to do it. They want to promise that, but they're not able to do that. So sometimes as we are entrepreneurs, we all do that. Oh, I'm going to send you that packet of information later today. I'm going to send that to you later, and then later becomes tomorrow, or or whatever. It can be something. This is actually a very small part of my work with them, but it meant a lot to me, and that was the reason I wanted to work with them. So you never know what you are attracting. When you say something will happen and you're not accounting for the gravity of what it might be, and then you're not able to fulfill it, it means that you're out of balance. You intend to fulfill it, but you're really not able to. So there's an imbalance happening. And generally it has to do with your time or your priorities, or maybe you've overpromised a lot of different things. So if you're in a situation, I want to suggest that number one, you take stock. What is possible for you to promise right now? And make a grand plan of all of these deep wishes that you want to fulfill, that you want to see happen, that has to happen. Lay them all out and then pare down what is actually possible right now. And then lead people to where you are headed. You can share that this is the future. And if you're compelling enough, people will follow you. But don't overpromise. Underpromise and overdeliver. It's pretty, we've all heard that before. But it's very true. And that really, I thought about sharing this in this particular way because it's still so fresh. It just happened this week, and I was very put off, or last week actually. No, I was really put off by it. It changed my entire direction of what I'm doing with my business. So be careful what you promise and be able to deliver so you live within your integrity. And then making that list is the first tip for offering some self love, because getting all of that business stuff off of your chest, what you want to do, giving yourself a timeline that's reasonable, is self care because it's in your head, it's in your heart. You are your business, right? So there is, when you're entrepreneurs, there are some gray areas that are not exactly personal and not exactly business, and they do overlap a lot because it's your passion. Just acknowledge that. But the second thing that's very important for you to do is to have a system, a schedule. Try to refrain from being on 24/7. Allow for parts of your schedule to be loose so creativity can find you. When we are relaxed and open, when our heart is open and we are relaxed. So when we're not relaxed, we're usually stressed out and the body constricts. So I'm showing you my body language, but actually our nervous system is constricted. The organs are constricted. The flow is constricted because of the tension in the body. This is a holistic way of looking at this. And whether you believe it or not, it's true. Whether you want to believe it or not, this is the truth. And when we have constriction, it's not possible for us to collaborate effectively, receive what needs to happen with your business organically. It's not possible because you are constricted, tense, and you're not receiving. So take time for tension relieving activities like yoga, meditation, stretching, Pilates, working out, going for a walk, going for a swim, going for a horseback ride, going for a surfing episode. Whatever it is, make this relaxing time about your body, relaxing, moving the body. And then you will be able to provide the third thing, which is embodied practices around your desires for everything, for your business, for your life, all the commingling. So when you're able to relax the body with intentional exercise, movement, that kind of thing, it opens the body up for all of that filling of creativity, the filling of innovation, that filling, because you are a vessel and what you share is from your body. It's from your body, it's from your heart and mind. But all of that is sensitized by your body. So get out there, exercise, get your senses hyper aware, and then receive with embodied ways of receiving. That could be on Valentine's Day, you are making out with your partner, or you're making love with them. Maybe you are able to play with your kids. Do some somersaults with your kids. Stand on your head with your kids. Read some poetry with your kids. Connect with your neighbor. Maybe it's at your business. Maybe it's a colleague, or it's someone who is in the same building as you. Maybe it's just outside. Maybe you work from home. Maybe it's a neighbor down the street. Hear what's happening. Embody being a receiver. So when you are able to do that, you're going to have a higher vibrational frequency in the world. Your energy is going to be of a better quality than before, when you were tense, neglecting yourself, and putting things off about your body. Because if you aren't healthy, the creativity is not going to be, it's going to be subpar. It's not going to be high quality. So you want to think of yourself as a high vibrating communicator, vessel of receiving information. And that really helps with all of the discernment that you will be making to benefit yourself, your business, your employees, your partners, your customers. And it will also help you to receive what people are wanting from you, because that's where you find that threshold of making money. And you can innovate that with your intelligence, your discernment. So, just to recap, 3 things that you want to do. You want to take care of your desires, your wishes, and integrate that with how you work with your customers. Not over promising, over delivering. You want to move the body, allow it to release tension so you can be a receiver of good energy and understanding, and allowing that receiving of what your customers want, just that beautiful inspiration for you to make good decisions in your business. All of those things are interrelated. And just like holistic wisdoms tend to be, this is ongoing. So you don't do this one time and then stop. And then, oh yeah, I'm good for the season. You do this every day. So when we work our business, when we are entrepreneurs, every single day matters. Every single day gets you to where you're moving the needle in your business, right? You don't do business on the weekend and then nothing during the week. You do it every single day. And hopefully you get to take a day off. But if you're an entrepreneur, you're always thinking about it, you're always innovating, and you're fabulous. Like, that's why we love you, right? That's why you're amazing. So stay amazing. And if you do need any help with any kind of thing around this, I have programs to offer you. You can direct message me or email me at angela@beautifyfaceyoga.com. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for thinking about doing these things and watching this video. It means the world to me. Bye bye. Take care, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye bye bye.